And away we go in Cincinnati. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his second Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
And he's got a decent game before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Now shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go with Piron here. He tried so hard to get it outside, but just couldn't turn those feet quick enough in this snow. He's dropped behind the line.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Going play action here. Burrow. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Well, I am flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. This gets forward to around the 29. Stopped by the rookie that time, Demetrius Knight. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. First turn of the game for James Cook. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
And the Bills first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Again, it's Cook. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Looked like he picked up a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Another one for Cook. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Allen on 3rd down. Caught, nice gain left side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Man, it is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
2nd and 13. Here's a screen for Cook. And that will not be enough for a first down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here's Cook. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Davis takes it straight ahead. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Bass's kick is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Bass now to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Brown start the drive. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Burrow out of the shotgun. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And they'll take him down after he advances this to about the 43.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. It's an early lead for the Bills. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at 1st down here. Handoff headed left to Brown. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. Completed over the middle. They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're up against it here on 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Connecting on the slant. This one gets to the 22. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 6 coming up here. This is Cooked on the handoff. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Third down, 1 yard to go. And they'll pitch it out to him. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Bills first down.
First down, Buffalo.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on first. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Allen to throw. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run it with Cook. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's completed right side. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
Bills first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Man, it is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
This is Cook. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones at the mounts are really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Allen setting up to throw. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
You know, that's a risk of putting up a jump ball in the end zone. You know, some of these defenders in this day and age can go up and get it with the best of the receivers. That's one they got away with. Should have been a pick and, frankly, a touchback.
A 35-yard attempt.
Bass's kick is good. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for them.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And they'll take over facing a 6-0 deficit. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals with a long ways to go for a score. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. Burrow now on 1st down. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air again, it's Burrow. Pass it downfield, it's Chase. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, when you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, you're going to make a defense pay.
He sends this one to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. Completed to his running back. For a second, we both thought he'd get the 1st, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Straight ahead they go with Piron. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it gets to Brown. And he comes through big here, 9 yards, it's 2nd down.
That He's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. McPherson's kick is good. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, and get a little momentum in heading into halftime.
See if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Return starts from the goal line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with the light dusting, and that...
Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here's the Bills offense. They've got it first to begin the 3rd. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Run lost some a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Throwing here, Allen. Pulled in by his back. Cook. Down the left sideline he goes. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Here's a give to Cook. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling. And they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the 21. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the first.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It's from 40 on the right hash. Bass's kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Throwing is Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Burrow on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Jack Thompson finishing that play off.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Move on 2nd, it's Brown. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Oh, he's going to run for it. And his fight is stopped after just 2 yards. Interesting choice coming up here on 4th and short.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. He'll throw it. And it's caught. Chase has it. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals put 6 on their side of the board. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And they'll take the lead.
Bills 9.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Bills.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, and they go right back to him. He tried so hard to get it outside, but just couldn't turn those feet quick enough in this snow. He's dropped behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Here's a screen for Cook. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
As offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Allen on 3rd down. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing we see NFL defenses do, try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
On 4th down now, on comes Brad Robbins to punt for the Bills. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Middle of the field, and he's got Chase. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Brown quick on the draw here. Shakes off the defender, and it's a foot race. Solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Here's Brown again. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation, or equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun on third down, it's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. He's back to throw. He puts a mirror under it deep down the left. He connects downfield. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals lengthen the lead at the end of the third.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bengals grow their lead to 8. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills set to take over offensively. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on 1st down.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
So we're through 3 here. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And the stop is made. Just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Again, it's Cook. Jukes him, and now he's running free. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he finds a little room there before being hauled down. Gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Enough from the pistol to Cook. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd and long for him here. Dumps this off to Cook. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun. It's Allen. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Here, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are smaller. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Big moment for Tyler Bass here. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder.
41-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
17.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Brown to start the drive. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards. And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. of the shotgun, Burrow. And he's incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. That's going to bring up fourth down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. Takes this in at the 25. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. New set of downs for him at the 38. Allen now on first down. Throw right side, and Shakir has it. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They're trying something here. They fake a spike.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those. Passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Handoff headed right. It's Cook.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. They fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Looking to throw. For big yards on the right side. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bills trailing by 5. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Enough to Cook here out of his own read. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9, now 9 is what they need on 3rd down. To throw. Got his man. Shakir has it. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline.
And he's into the end zone. So that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter.
17.
Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback. Right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. This makes it up to the 25. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Completed to his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now they give up the middle to Piron. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. He'll step up, and there he goes. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here he is to throw. Finds Chase on the slant. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Cincinnati.